Welcome back to 340 Paddler, and today I again want to talk about our product review, and this is the Mocke Racer PFD. And before I get started, I want to say I got this from Ron Ladd Surf Ski and down in Kansas City. Great guy to work with. And I found this to be a fantastic vest, but be aware that it isn't certified at present by the U.S. Coast Guard. They simply haven't gone through the testing. It's tested and approved by numerous other organizations. It's a perfectly safe PFD, but I want to make you aware that it isn't actually approved by the United States Coast Guard. That being said, let's get into the review. So if you watch my review on the Solquist rocker, that was more of your common PFD, something that you're going to find in every paddle shop. This, however, is going to be a little different. The Mocke is designed for surf ski racers. It's actually designed in South Africa by a gentleman who does what we would probably term sort of short races. And what you're looking at is a two-sided PFD with no sides. So we just have a couple of straps in between the front and the back. We have some wide shoulder bands as well as some tightening straps. And that's the same on both sides. So when you put this on, you're actually going to put it on over your head like a shirt. Be aware, if you have a shoulder injury, there are other options out there which would allow you to put it on sideways with a side zipper or a front zipper, which might be more comfortable for you. The biggest advantage of the Mocke is going to be the giant pockets. Here we've got one large pocket in the front, and another large pocket that velcros shut in the back. The whole center of the back is a pocket. And this is very advantageous because it's designed for surf ski racers, and in a surf ski you generally don't have much in the way of storage. There's no place to really put things in the boat while you're paddling. Some, like the 18S by Stellar, have hatches, but of course you can't reach those when you're paddling. So a PFD with a lot of pockets is going to be very, very useful. This pocket in the back is actually designed for a water bladder. And I've fit platypus 1.5 and 1.8 liter bladders in there without too much of a problem. I just run the hose up the shoulder strap. The shoulders have reflective material, front and back. There you go. And it's all sewn together so that you can run a drinking tube or anything else right up through the shoulder straps, which means it all stays in place. When you're racing the 340 or any race, you don't want to think about, oh, where's my drinking tube? You want to know where it is. So this way, you know, okay, it's going to be right there, and you can drink. Throughout the 340 last year, we had a pretty hot 340, and this did not cause any problems for heat. It was a very cool design. It was a very flexible design, and worked out really well. Everything was in position. The one problem that I had with it is if you put anything small in this front pocket, you will lose it because you're jamming your hand kind of in an awkward way down all the way to the bottom, which can be difficult. So I'd be careful about the size of things that you put in there. If you're putting in medicines or something like that, make sure it's in a bigger container that you can grab from the top a little more easily. Tightening it up and wearing it, it was beautiful. I never took it off at the 340 last year. I put it on at Caw Point. I took it off at St. Charles. I'm not sure that I could have easily taken it off and put it back on again if I were sitting at Herman or Klondike. So there is that, because it does, again, require your shoulders to have some mobility, and by the end of the race, at least in my case, my shoulders are pretty sore and lack some of that mobility. So just something to keep in mind. It's worked out great. You can get them through Ron down in Kansas City. He's active on the forums. You can get them through other dealers. They are not available, that I'm aware of, through most shops. It's sort of a dealer situation there. But if you look it up online, you can always find someone who's selling them. And I believe they sell regularly for about $130, give or take. And they're available in black and orange. Note on color, I always pick orange because I want someone to see me. I don't care if it's black and it's, you know, whatever that situation is. I'm not looking for something that's interesting or cool. I'm looking for something that if I'm out of the boat and drowning or something like that, people are gonna see me. And considering the colors that I wear when I'm racing and my goofy yellow balaclava, most people do. But I want to make sure in worst case scenario, someone sees me or at least can recover my body. That being said, keep your paddle wet, and I will talk to you next time.